Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Tech Talk, where we bring you the latest news and reviews in the world of technology. Today, we are going to take a look at Intel's new 14th Gen Core processors, also known as Raptor Lake Refresh. These are the successors to the 13th Gen Core processors, or Alder Lake, that were launched last year. But how much of an improvement are they really? And are they worth upgrading to? Let's find out. The 14th Gen Core processors are essentially the same as the 13th Gen ones, with a slight bump in clock speeds and no changes in architecture or IPC. They still use the same hybrid design of P-cores and E-cores, which are high-performance and high-efficiency cores respectively. They also still use the same LGA 1700 socket and required DDR5 memory and PCIe 5.0 support. Intel has launched three models for the 14th Gen series: the Core i9-14900K, the Core i7-14700K, and the Core i5-14600K. The Core i9 is the flagship model, with 8 P-cores and 16 E-cores, and a boost frequency of up to 5.3 GHz for the P-cores and 3.9 GHz for the E-cores. The Core i7 has 6 P-cores and 12 E-cores, and a boost frequency of up to 5.1 GHz for the P-cores and 3.8 GHz for the E-cores. The Core i5 has 6 P-cores and 8 E-cores, and a boost frequency of up to 4.9 GHz for the P-cores and 3.7 GHz for the E-cores.
The main difference between the 13th Gen and 14th Gen models is that the Core i7 now has an extra cluster of E-cores, taking the total to 12. This means that it has more threads and more cache than before, which should help with multitasking and productivity workloads. The other models have only minor increases in clock speeds, ranging from 2% to 4%. So how do these new processors perform in real-world scenarios? Well, according to TechSpot's review, they are not very impressive. In fact, they are almost identical to their predecessors in most benchmarks, especially in gaming. The only exception is the Core i7, which shows some improvement in applications that can utilize more cores and threads. However, even the Core i7 is not enough to beat AMD's Ryzen processors, which still offer better performance per watt, per dollar, and per core. AMD's Ryzen 9 5900X and Ryzen 7 5800X are still faster than Intel's Core i9 and Core i7 respectively, while consuming less power and costing less money. AMD's Ryzen 5 5600X is also faster than Intel's Core i5 in most cases.
However, even the Core i7 is not enough to beat AMD's Ryzen processors, which still offer better performance per watt, per dollar, and per core. AMD's Ryzen 9 5900X and Ryzen 7 5800X are still faster than Intel's Core i9 and Core i7 respectively, while consuming less power and costing less money. AMD's Ryzen 5 5600X is also faster than Intel's Core i5 in most cases. The only advantage that Intel has over AMD is its new application optimization feature, which is exclusive to the 14th Gen series. This feature is supposed to optimize performance for select games by directing application resources in real time. However, this feature only supports 2 games so far, Rainbow Six Siege and Metro Exodus. And even with this feature enabled, Intel's processors are only slightly faster than AMD's in these games. So what is our verdict on Intel's new 14th Gen Core processors? Well, we have to say that we are disappointed by this refresh. Intel has not delivered any significant improvement over its previous generation, and it is still lagging behind AMD in terms of performance, efficiency, and value. The only reason to buy these processors is if you already have a compatible motherboard and memory kit, and you want a slight boost in clock speeds or E-core count. Otherwise, we would recommend waiting for Intel's next generation of processors, which are expected to be based on a new architecture called Arrow Lake. These processors should offer a bigger leap in performance and features than Raptor Lake Refresh. Alternatively, you could also consider switching to AMD's Ryzen processors, which are still superior to Intel's in most aspects.
That's all for today's video. Thank you for watching PixelPerfect. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more tech news and reviews. And don't forget to leave a comment below and let us know what you think of Intel's new 14th Gen Core processors. Until next time, stay tuned for more tech talk.